Spring Training Report brought to you by Davis Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning. And the Pirates broadcaster Joe Block is with us on the other end of the line here. Joe, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Jack. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you? Winding it down, huh?
Say again?
I said you're winding down spring training, are you?
Yes. Today is the last home game here in the 50th season of Pirates spring training in Bradenton, and then one more tomorrow, and then the Pirates will fly to Detroit to get ready to begin the season.
Yeah. I guess Pirates fans and all of you got what you wanted yesterday and what you saw from Joe Musgrove.
Yeah, Musgrove, getting our first looks at him in spring training yesterday, gave up a run over 5 innings. Looked sharper. He was not as sharp in that last outing. Was very sharp, I thought, in his first outing. So trying to get a feel for what he's going to offer. The fastball can really get on hitters when it's right, and it started to look like that as the game went on yesterday. Also, he throws just about everything, but his curveball and his slider were sharper too as the game went on. And, he's going to throw a lot of strikes. He does not walk a lot of guys. He's going to be in and around the zone quite a bit. And so just trying to figure out a way for him to do that without being too hittable. And I think yesterday he scattered 5 hits, never really was in a lot of trouble, gave up a home run to Pierce, hung up a breaking ball, but otherwise was unscathed with probably 2/3 of the Blue Jays regular lineup in there. So that was a good test for him. He'll pitch one more time on Saturday at Pirate City before getting the ball sometime in that Red Series at PNC Park in about a week and a half.
Of course, he's been dealing with health issues. Can you tell that his velocity is up or not?
Yeah, he's just fine. He wouldn't have pitched if he had anything lingering whatsoever. So he's fine. He just got off to a slower start because of that. But now back at him and ready to go. He's just behind the other pitchers. He's got to build up his arm strength, build up his innings, and by pitching 5 innings in his last start. He'll go one more, a little bit deeper than that probably, and then he'll be ready to go for the regular season. So no setbacks for Joe.
Yeah. Joe, what particular players have opened up your eyes here, be they veterans or not, in spring ball?
I think the first guy that comes to mind is Francisco Cervelli. He's healthy. It is really remarkably evident that he is because, he's homered in each of the last 2 games. He's driving the ball with authority. That's something that we saw, only sporadically last season and really even the season before, not as much with just the 1 home run. So, that's something that the Pirates are going to need. They're going to need a lot of guys, like Cervelli, like Polanco to stay healthy and kind of reach his offensive potential. They're going to need Marte to be in there every day and reach, first of all, just be there, and also to reach his offensive potential as well. A lot of those types of things have to go right for the Pirates to be able to contend this season. So seeing Cervelli do that, it's been eye-opening. Hopefully he's still got that in him, and the Pirates are going to use Elias Diaz, the backup catcher, a little bit more than you would probably use a backup for to try to keep Cervelli healthy for the whole season. And so if that can take place where he can catch 110 games for the Pirates, hey, they're going to be better off for it because he can hit when he's healthy, and he's healthy right now. So I think that's been the biggest eye-opener for me.
So what has to be decided now before you head north?
Well, the 25-man roster for Detroit might be a little bit different than it would have been if they began in a standard National League ballpark because, being in Detroit, an American League team, you don't have to pinch hit for the pitcher. And so having the DH, you can go with a little bit shorter bench. And the Pirates have alluded to maybe going with 13 pitchers to start this season. And if they do that, that means you're seeing 3 more spots out of the bullpen that are still up for grabs. That would mean that there would be no bench spots up for grabs. But Jose Osuna is still in camp. He just like last year, he's leading the Pirates in every offensive category in spring training. So they're still considering whether to keep him for the roster, and he would be that 5th bench player to begin the year. But as we know, whoever starts the season on the roster, it can change rather quickly, and it usually does. Mm-hmm. So I think the Pirates are benefiting from seeing a number of guys, whether it's relievers, starting pitchers, two of which will begin the season out of the bullpen in Glasnow and Brault, or off the bench. They've got more options than they did last year. They're going to send some guys down to the minor leagues that probably deserve a spot in the big leagues right now, and that's good. That means that they've got some depth, so when there's underperformance and injury, that they can turn to guys that aren't going to be too much of a drop-off.
Okay, Joe, we'll wrap it up with you for the spring training reports on Wednesday morning. So have a good day. I know you're playing the Phillies today, and we'll talk with you on Wednesday.
That sounds great, Jack. We'll talk to you from Detroit.
You got it. Thank you. There you go. That's Joe Block and the Pirates Spring Training Report brought to you by Davis Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning of Indiana. There you go, Todd.